everybody, today I'm going to read The Inch Prince. Once upon a time, there was a little old man, a little old woman. Their names were Mr. and Mr. Ping. They lived in a tiny house by the river. Every day they weed the plants in their gardens. Hot. The peas look beautiful. Feed the animals in their field. The hens look happy. And water the flowers in their garden. The lilies look lovely. They had everything they wanted. Well, almost. I wish we had some children, said Mr. Ping one day. Only a tiny child could fit in our tiny house, said Miss Ping sadly. But small things can be special too, said his wife. I wouldn't care if they were just 1 inch tall, she added. At that moment, a fairy flew by. She heard what Mr. and Mr. Ping was saying. She noticed the lovely vegetables, happy animals, and tall flowers. These people are kind, thought the fairy. I'll be kind to them. She waved her wand and whispered some magic words. Jumping beans, flying fish. Gave these folks their dearest wish. Soon after, Mr. and Mr. Ping had a tiny, weeny boy. In fact, he was just 1 inch tall. Let's call him Inchy Boochy, said Miss Ping. It means 1 inch boy. Okay, easy for short, said her husband. Very short. Each year the pigs' vegetables grew, the animals grew bigger, their flowers grew longer. But Izzy stayed small. Maybe if I stand on tiptoes. Izzy was tiny. He had a bottle top for a bathroom. She had a shoelace for a scarf. He had a P for a go. Go! He had a button for a dinner plate. He had a matchbox for a bed. Many days later, it was time for Izzy to leave home. I got a job in the city. His parents gave him free present for his journey. He had a rifle for a boat. He had a pair of chopsticks for oars, and he had a needle for a sword. Izzy set off down the river, between tall mountains, past villages, around wild woods, through toy towns, until he reached the big city. I asked the emperor for a job, said Izzy. That's if I don't get squished first. At last, Izzy reached the emperor's palace. 2 guards were marching up and down outside. I like the job, said Izzy. You're tiny, said one guard. What can you do? I can run past you for a start, said Izzy. Hey, where did he go? He jumped over the garden and ran into the palace. A maid was washing clothes. I like a job, said Izzy. You're a weenie, said the maid. What will you do? I can run past you for a start, said Izzy. Hey, where did he go? He jumped over the maid, soap, and into the kitchen. I like a cook was making dinner. I like a job, please, said Izzy. You're tiny, said the cook. What can you do? I can run pass you for start, said Izzy. Hey, where did he go? He jumped around the cook oven into the next room. Izzy was in the throne room. He bowed to the emperor and the princess. I like your job, he said. Your Majesty, said Izzy. Would you indeed, said the emperor. He's tiny, really. Daddy, said Princess Chi-Chi. What can he do? Well, I ran past your guard, your maid, and your cook to get here, said Izzy. The emperor thought for a minute. You can look after Princess Chi-Chi, he said. But Daddy, moaned the princess, she's only 1 inch tall. Small things can be special too, said the emperor. From then on, Izzy never left the princess' side. He was there in the morning, he was there in the afternoon, he was there in the night. One day the princess left the palace to visit her aunt. Izzy went too. They came to a dark forest. I'm scared, said Princess Chi-Chi. I'll look after you, said Izzy. What could you do, said the princess. Just then there was a terrible roar. Roar! Help! A giant ogre crashed through the trees and reached out to grab the princess. Cut her down, said Izzy. Or you, said the ogre. What could you do? The ogre scooped up Izzy and dropped him in the mouth. I love bit-sized snack. Izzy thought quickly. He took his needle sword and pinched the ogre's tongue. Take that! The ogre snapped out Izzy and then ran off. That would teach him. Thank you, Izzy. Look, said the ogre. The ogre left his hammer behind. The princess tried to pick up it, but it was very heavy. Ooh, it's heavier than it looks. I wish you were bigger, Izzy, she said. Maybe you can lift it. A cloud of magic stars shoot out from the hammer and then swept around Izzy. Izzy felt himself changing. He grew bigger and bigger and bigger. In seconds, he was Mama. In seconds, he was as big as the princess. I'm as tall as you, said Izzy. The hammer granted your wish. The princess fell in love with Izzy not because he was tall. She loved him because he's brave. They got married and lived in a house next to the palace. The house was small, but Prince Izzy and Princess Chi-Chi were happy. They both know that small things can be special too. The end. I like this book because I know small things can be special too. And I also like brave people. Not they look very good or they do something very good.